Hello everybody, Mr. Justin here with the Hernando County Public Library System, and thank you so much for joining us again. We've got week 2 of our crafts. If you joined us for our story time this week, and if you haven't, you can go back and watch it. We had a lot of fun. It was all about love and hugs and hearts, and so today's craft is, guess what? It is going to be a heart, and this is going to be the heart that we're going to make right here, and it is going to be a lot of fun. You can use it as an ornament. You can even use it as a bookmark once everything fully dries. But if you want to participate with us and you don't have supplies at home, you can actually come to the library, and while supplies last, you can pick up one of this week's bags. And so if you get the bag at the library, you take it home, you're going to open up and you're going to see that you're going to have the little plastic heart right here. It's got a little hole in it for the string, which is also going to be in the bag. And then, yep, it already came out of it. You're going to get some squares of little tissue paper. And so this is going to be a very fun, very simple craft, and we'll be able to do it right now. You can do it along with me if you already have the supplies. If not, you can go to the library and pick up the bag again while the supplies last. The only things you're going to need that we don't have in the bag is, once again, glue. I'm going to use a glue stick today. It's going to take a little longer to dry, but maybe the little liquid like Elmer's glue might work a little bit better if you can just brush it on instead of using the glue stick. But we're going to use the glue stick will work. And then I have a pair of scissors just to trim everything at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my little heart, and I'm going to put some glue on one section of the heart, just so it's going to be covered in glue. I'm just going to do about half of it right there. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take my first square of tissue paper. Doesn't matter if it's all over the edges or not. We're going to go ahead and trim it at the end. And I'm going to stick it right there onto the glue on the heart. So I'm going to go ahead and take my next one, and I'm going to put it right there. And again, I'm just doing the pieces that are, or the area of the heart that is already covered in glue. So let's go ahead and get a white square right there. And you're just going to overlap. I don't have blue yet, so let's go ahead and put blue right here. And let's go ahead and add pink. And that's pretty good. You can see as you go on, when you put on top of the other tissue squares, that it's not going to stick because you don't have glue on top of those tissue squares. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some glue stick. This is where having the liquid glue might be a little better if you just brush it on top. And there we go, and that's the first part. So now let's go ahead and do the second part of our heart. I'm just going to do the rest of it. You can do just little pieces at a time if you want. There we go. I have the rest of it, oops, covered. And we're going to go ahead and again just repeat it by putting more tissue squares onto our heart. And even I'll put it over the hole, and then we can just put a pen through it later and poke a hole through it. And normally I'd be taking my time, but we're just going to do this a little quickly right now. And I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on top of some of the squares I just placed. Oops. And even letting it dry in between a little bit isn't necessarily a bad idea. There we go. Let's do a couple more. And I'm going to go ahead and put one more thing of glue. And you can keep putting things on top as much as you want. You can layer as much as you want. I'm going to go ahead and just keep it right there, though. I'm going to go ahead and let me show you what we've got. And we've got that right there. And so it's kind of messy right now. It doesn't really look like a heart. So this is, I would let it dry a little bit if you're doing this at home. But now I'm just going to trim it to get my little heart shape. And again, you would have so much easier time doing this. And you can also have a parent cut for you if you want. And again, the drier it is, the easier time you would have with it. And then you would just poke a hole through the little circle, put your string in it, and your final product is going to look like this. And what's kind of cool is you can put it up through the sunlight or put it up to the light. It almost has a stained glass type effect to it. And you can, once it's fully dry, you can hang it anywhere around the house. You could hang it on doorknob. You can even maybe magnet it to the fridge. You can also use it as a bookmark once it's fully dry. And there we go. And that is our tissue paper plastic heart ornament that we made today. Well, thank you so much for joining us this week. I hope everybody had fun with their craft. Again, if you want to participate, you can come and pick up your bag at your local library branch, and we'll see everybody next week. Bye.